God never intended that. God intended for you to be created perfectly.
There's a human being, no doubt about that. No doubt.
Not to wait a million years, let the dinosaurs go away.
That's a nonsense. That's a nonsense.
No, same with the Big Bang.
Yeah, nonsense. But
same with the Big Bang.
I don't accept Big Bang.
Okay, so Big Bang
I don't accept it.
belongs to the globe. You see, if you deny the Big Bang, you have to deny the globe because the globe comes from Big Bang.
No, you can't connect the two. Why you saying the globe means the Earth is round?
Yeah,
it's coming. No, there's no connection. There's no connection there. I agree that atheism is connected to Big Bang.
Yes.
And Darwinian evolution is connected to that.
But so much
I
of
agree.
my religion before, I came from Christian, right? I came from a Christian religion, and they were okay with Darwin. They were okay with
Darwinian evolution.
Truly, they were
yeah,
okay
some of them they try to justify it.
They were okay with that. I could never understand why you guys would be okay with that because God says,
clearly created man
you in my image.
Created man.
Perfect.
Yes,
and
no doubt.
No
Adam,
no mistakes.
Yes, no
Perfect.
doubt. 100%.
Man is now interfered and starting to chemical and mess with that and mess with the mind and say to people, no, you are not the intention of the creator.
Yes, that's true. They try to even. Yeah, that's true.
And so what I say is, ask yourself this question, brothers and sisters: is there any fruit in God's creation?
No, there is not.
Is there any fruit in this creation?
Fruit or fruit?
Fruit like apple.
Fruits. Okay, so it's a fruit.
Is there any fruit?
So there's mistakes.
That has no skin.
There is fruit, yeah.
What? No skin.
Without skin, there some of them.
No fruit. No.
Without skin, you say.
Everything.
Every
fruit
has
a
skin.
nut.
Okay.
Every tree has a bark. Every man has a skin.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Every fruit has a skin, a peel.
So, but sorry to cut you there. The point
is that God, Allah, is showing us His creation through these devices.
Of course, as science, we believe that. We call it Arabic ayat, science, and to show the perfection of the Creator.
So in ancient cultures, what they said was, we live inside a fruit. We live inside an orange, and in an orange must have a skin. It must have a roof, rakia.
Yeah.
Like you say, the tent that God spread out, the rakia is the roof. It must. If I
we believe there's a roof. We believe, but
there must be a roof. It means that we cannot take
the sky. Yeah, the skies.
No. It must be a hard
roof. A roof over the earth. You're talking about.
Yes. Because if the orange is peeled, the fruit it dries out.
Yeah, but
now, if you peel this roof of our earth, the atmosphere would go away. Like if I punctured a deodorant can, the atmosphere would go away.
What we say? One thing, yeah.
So it must be enclosed in a skin.
No. What we say that is a wrong analogy, to be honest. Because why? Doesn't mean because there's creation of God has a skin, so every creation of God has to have something like a skin. No, one thing. We have to give me. No. You cannot use ignorance as a proof. Doesn't mean because we don't know everything about God's creation. There's certain creation that God created we don't know about. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, but then that's why we're saying, why would you create a globe
but hear me out.
when there's
hear me out.
No place where water will not fall off the
hear me out.
This is belief.
No, hear me out. God is able to do all things. Like what you have to understand, like I have people from my, like that I cooperate with, they do believe the earth is flat, yes? But me, I'm not really that sure. I'm not really, I don't have enough proofs.
I read the Bible.
But listen, you have to let me finish.
No, this is about the Bible.
But you have to let me finish.
The Bible says the earth is unmoving. I don't know about the Quran.
Yeah, no, I don't believe the earth moves. The earth doesn't move.
Yeah, the earth
it's still.
is not moving.
I believe the sun moves.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no doubt about that.
You're almost a flat earther.
No, I'm not flat earther. No, I'm not flat
earther. That's what we see. No,
we observe the sun. No, you have to be just. Look. You cannot be from one extreme of one side, you go to extreme to the other side. It doesn't mean because I agree with some aspects of your belief, therefore I agree. But my point here is that you as yourself, you as a person, are you being grateful and showing appreciation to the Creator? Are you doing that?
Okay, to answer your question, I'll say this. I came to Speaker's Corner once before 2018, only to walk through. But by 2018, I found this truth and I was compelled to come and speak for God. To come and say, this is the truth we've all been lied to. I'm not selling any religion or any belief.
You're not answering my question.
That the water is level.
But you're not answering my question, I have respect. My question was, are you showing gratefulness and appreciation and worship to your Creator? Are you doing that?
I honor my Creator. I remember I'm 54 years old.
You look very young, man.
Exactly. How am I? Because I know this is the temple of God. And
you're not answering my question. You're not answering my question. Are you doing that? Are you?
Because I stopped the pornography.
Yeah, no. That's good.
I stopped so many things. I do not touch the alcohol.
But if you're doing that, how do you know that is the correct way? How do you know the way you are appreciating God, worshiping Him is the correct way?
It does feel right. I mean, it does.
No, but feels right. It's not really a justification.
Did not God write the truth on our hearts?
No, like that.
Is this not the temple of God? Because here inside of me, when I've got my senses back, remember, if they lied to us when we were children, they traumatized us, my brother. They traumatized us by lying to us.
But you have to understand,
so that means we
what
don't
I'm saying
have
to you,
our
the Christian man, he tells you, and the Jewish man will tell you something feel right. Feeling something right doesn't mean all the time it's right. My point here is that you and I, we just agree that you can see the wisdom of the Creator. You can see the glorification of the Creator. Therefore, logically speaking, the all-wise Creator, the most wise Creator, will not create the creation without any purpose and wisdom. Therefore, there is a wisdom behind it. And logically speaking, the one who knows the wisdom behind it, he's the one who created it. That's why, based upon his wisdom and his mercy and justice, he sent the prophets and the messengers to teach us about our worship, how to worship the Creator himself. When the Creator did that, he chose like Moses before that, Abraham, Noah, Jacob, Isaac. The last of them is the Prophet Muhammad. So when you Prophet Muhammad, when you Prophet Muhammad's teaching is a perfect way how to worship the Creator. So you need a guideline how to worship the Creator. You cannot, yes, generally speaking, we have something called al-fitra, which is natural inclination. Naturally, I know if someone saved me from a fire, I would be very grateful to him. No doubt about that. We know that naturally. Naturally, I know I should be very respectful to my mother and my father. I know that, no doubt about that. However, I need a guideline and a method to do it. Therefore, the guideline has to come from the Creator with the objective criteria. Something is outside that we can observe and analyze. When you come to Prophet Muhammad, you look to his teaching. Like for example, we're talking about...
Too long. I want to ask you a question.
Go on. But what do you think God said? What do you think God said?
I think it's also...
Makes sense?
I agree with what you said.
Alhamdulillah, okay.
But did Prophet Muhammad think he lived on a globe?
The Prophet Muhammad, not really sure, because the Quranic verses...
Because the globe...
No, like I said, there's no clear verse. But brother asked me...
No, but you know the globe is less than...
Brother, you focus more on the globe than the God himself.
No, because...
You are like that, brother.
Do not lies matter.
No, but brother, if the earth is globe or flat or one-bedroom house, that would not change the reality. Imagine, okay, I'll make it clear to you, brother. Imagine I believe the earth is flat. However, I don't worship the Creator. That will not benefit me from the Creator, bro. Because why? It's like someone saying to his mom, I agree that that's your house, but I'm not going to be good to you. That's not going to help you. You understand? So maybe no. After let me finish. After let me finish. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with Big Bang, but I don't agree that globe came from them. My point here is that do you accept Prophet Muhammad as true prophet of God? If logically speaking, if you do accept that, therefore the most wise Creator will not choose a liar to convey his message. Therefore, logically speaking, you should believe what he came with. That which he came with, that he came with the last revelation, and you have to follow his teaching to worship God alone.
Yes.
Do you do that?
Against people who would wear forked tongues?
No, but do you do that? No, before that.
Sorry, what was the question?
My question, logically speaking now, if you do accept Muhammad is a true prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, now we know the all-wise Creator, the greatest Creator, the Most High, Allah will not choose a liar to convey his message. He will choose the most truthful person to convey his message, logically speaking. Therefore, logic dictates that you should believe what he came with, because he's a messenger of the Most High, the Creator of everything. So, logically speaking now, you should become a Muslim and follow his teaching. If you accept the Prophet, otherwise you're contradicting yourself.
But Muhammad wasn't a Muslim, right?
He was a Muslim. He said, "Ana min al-Muslimin." He said, "I'm a Muslim." Allah said in the Quran, "Huwa alladhi sammakum al-Muslimin." It's Allah who called you a Muslims. So that's why you have to be a Muslim, you know, to worship the Creator. Because I know you come in close. I agree with a lot of things you say. You understand? But what I'm saying to you, that focusing too much in this matter, that sometimes it's good, but in a way there's something greater than that. There's priority. Priority is my Creator. What does He want from me? I want to worship Him the way He wants. That's what Allah said. فَاسْتَقِمْ كَمَا أُمِرْتَ. Worship your Creator the way you've been commanded, not the way you feel like it. Because the way you've been commanded, you have a criteria. So you're very close to Islam. Literally, you're a Muslim, not Muslim. I don't say you're a Muslim, but you have to say Shahada to become Muslim.
I had Iraqi refugees live with me in '93 in Cape Town. They'd gone away from the.
Are you from Australia, Cape Town?
South Africa, yeah.
South Africa, sorry.
Yeah. So they gave me a dish dasher. They call it this thing. They give me this. They Bismillah, we would say, and all this stuff. But so I'm down with you guys.
Where's my Quran? The brother had my Quran.
But
yeah, you're down.
I think that if we've been deceived about our true essence, our true connection to Allah.
I agree.
I'll give you the example of Christianity. What they do is they put
Christianity corrupted. Forget Christianity.
But they put someone in between. Now I'm talking about Christianity. I know that there's lots of good men who speak for Christianity, but they believe it truly.
Yeah,
They
but you
think
can't,
that
you
that's
can,
right.
but you can't.
But
look,
they
look.
may be being given
Sorry
wrong
to cut you.
information.
No, but the
So
source
maybe they've
itself is
been given wrong
corrupted.
information.
You can look. Sorry, what I'm saying. The source itself is corrupted. You can be a good person if you can be a good person in a way, but I'm saying if the source is corrupted, you can utilize it. You cannot utilize it. One of our scholars, what he said about we've been deceived, and our scholar Ibn Taymiyyah, he lived in the 7th century. He said, anyone that control your observation about the creation can control your worship of your creator.
you.
That's Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned
So if
that.
I can control what you think you live on,
That's
can
it.
I
You can
mess with your
manipulate me.
mind?
Yeah, mess with my mind. Yes, that's
what
true.
I say, when
I
was
agree with
6
that
years
100%.
old, when I was 6 years old,
Yes.
they said you're spinning, but you can't feel it. You're
This is
moving,
nonsense.
But you can't feel it.
Yeah,
That
spinning.
starts to
The
mess
sun is
with
still
your
there, but I'm
mind.
spinning.
That's
It's a nonsense. I don't accept that.
And the ships are going
As some
down.
Muslims, they do believe that. They say, even the Quran said the sun rotates. They say no, the earth is still and the sun rotates. That's what I believe. And I'm proud of that. I don't believe these scientists are liars. A lot of them are liars. No doubt about that. But doesn't mean I accept the earth is flat or one-bedroom house. You know,
But you know we can measure water always to be, when it's settled, always to be leveled. And if I brought you 4 or 5 boxes of bottles of water and I lined them all up, those bottles of water, the water would be horizontal and parallel to each other.
I need to make my friend Wasim. He will be very good with
Parallel
you.
with each other.
My friend is proper on it.
When you come
Our
down the
friend,
mountains,
Wasim.
the lake, the river comes down the mountain from God's rain, it comes down, and in the lake it settles parallel, and the next one is horizontal and parallel, and then you get to the sea, and there's one sea.
It's the
And
beauty of the
all
Creator.
parallel.
So why don't you declare openly to be a Muslim? If you accept Prophet Muhammad as a true prophet.
You know why? I tell you why. Because I do admire. the
Don't let
religion,
these things stop
and
you.
Muslim men, I generally get on really well with. I think
Look,
they
me
have
and you
a-
get on very well.
Really, I have, and I read. You gave me a book.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
read most of it, not all of it.
Which one I gave you? This is Islam.
Yeah, I forget which
Yeah.
one now. The name.
Yeah, I think this
so
is
I've
Islam.
been homeless 2 years, so I've been on the road a long way, man. Many countries a long way. It's a
Serious.
long story. Another day.
Traveling.
Traveling, you know.
Ibn Battuta. You know Ibn
I've been
Battuta?
to- what?
Ibn Battuta, he was a traveler from Morocco. He traveled around the world.
Well, with
We
my
need-
baby
I
and
need
my
his
wife,
travel card.
We've been traveling and we've been in different countries and we've seen a lot of things. But talking to people about God, man.
Yeah.
Because for me, flat Earth helped me realize that I am.
Yeah, but
we're at the
what's your
center
name
of
again? I forgot your
creation.
name. Dave, what I'm saying.
Trinity 4 on
Da-
YouTube.
Da-
by
Da-
the way.
Da-
Trinity
Da-
4.
Dave, what I would say to you,
Trinity.
talking about God is good, but you have to talk about God based upon knowledge. Because one of the crimes against God,
Yeah.
the worst crime against God, when you speak about Him without knowledge. And that knowledge has to come from the Creator, and that knowledge which is kept pure without any intervention of any human being is that is which is in the Islamic legislation. You know, one of the miracles of the Quran that Allah mentioned the Quran, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّنَّا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. We have made Quran easy to be memorized. That statement was 1,400 years ago. No way that statement came from a man who knows about everything. It comes from the one who created everything. Now if you go to Africa, come to Europe, Britain, America, Asia, children, Muslim children at the age of 9, 10, 11 memorize the Quran word for word, letter for letter. What is very interesting and very amazing that even some Muslims don't know Arabic language, yet when they read the Quran, they read it perfectly. They pronounce it perfectly. Why? Because that speech is not speech of a human being, it's speech of the creator of everything. So that is one of the miracles of the Quran that Allah made it easy. Same miracle is another miracle which Allah mentioned He will preserve the Quran. If the Jews and the Christians and the Hindus and the Sikhs, all of them decides to burn their scriptures, the only scripture will remain with us and be protected and preserved is the Quran, because the Muslims memorized it. We are not in need to rely on a manuscript. You understand? Let me tell you something. Sorry, Dave, for taking your time. Yeah, you know what is about Islam? Prophet Muhammad, who existed 1,400 years ago, who couldn't read and write, he came with the legislation is a perfect way. Listen, Islam came to preserve 5 things, and I'll let you speak. Just listen to this. Yeah, 5 things. Islam came to preserve religion. What does that mean? Religion means Islam. Paganism, polytheism is forbidden. Islam pays great attention to monotheism, to worship God alone. Because when you have no God in your life, you start following your desires. And the outcome of that we can see in our society. Men wake up if it's a woman, woman wake up if it's a man, someone wakes up if it's a dog, that one if it's a Congolese. You know, it's crazy. That's the reality. Wallahi. You know, so when you have no, listen, our way, thank you, Dave. When you have no God, that's the outcome of it. So Islam, because we know that Islamically, Allah knows that, so there's a barrier against that someone come to play around with Islam, coming in, out. No, there's a barrier against that. Secondly, Islam came to preserve intellect. That's why alcohol and drugs forbidden. Thirdly, Islam came to preserve wealth. That's why interest and gambling is forbidden. Islam came to preserve marriage and lineage. That's why fornication, adultery is forbidden. Islam came to preserve life. That's why killing people unjustly is forbidden. These 5 things, the opposite of that, if we do not protect them and put barriers, we will destroy our societies. Alcohol, polytheism, drugs, gambling, interest, destroy societies, fornication, adultery. Yes, some people are making money out of that, of these vices, yeah? Of gambling, interest make the rich richer and the poor poorer, yeah? So that's why now you're gonna understand why there is a huge war against Islam from different parts of the world. Do you know why? Because those who are in power, they see Islam as a threat for their business, because they know Islam is good for us individually and collectively, came to protect us individually and collectively. But the evil ones who want to make money from the suffering of the people, they don't like that, because they are rich. What they're doing, they are utilizing their wealth to make Islam look bad through the media, even though I just have broken down for you how Islam is a perfect way of life. So how man that couldn't read and write existed 1,400 years ago, he came with a perfect way of legislation. But we have these politicians who studied in the best universities around the world, yet they cannot resolve the problem, because that man, he's a messenger of the Most High. Does it make sense?
It makes sense, but I think that those people in government are intentionally misleading us.
No doubt.
So that we never.
Not all of them, but some of them, no doubt.
To that higher.
And while they're deceiving, they stop you to become Muslim and try to turn you away from Islam, because they know Islam is true. Christianity is gone. Judaism is a tribal god. That's why the only religion that is preventing this crazy ideological ways upon mankind is Islam. That's why there's a huge war against Islam. So what I'm saying to you, Dave, I agree with a lot of things you're saying, but Dave, you have to step back as well. Yes, it's good to have the people, but first start with ourselves. What is my relationship with our Creator? Like I mentioned, imagine, Dave, you're in the house. Imagine you go to today, you sleep in your room, you wake up, there's a fire everywhere. Everywhere there's a fire. And I came and I saved your life. You gave up. You couldn't save yourself. You tried your best, but you couldn't. You gave up. I saved you. What would you say to me at least? Would you thank me? You're gonna remember me, bro. I saved your life. So why we are not grateful and remember who gave us a life for free?
I've been 2.5 years homeless without any income. I thank God every day.
Alhamdulillah. But you need the correct way.
I had to sleep outside one night in 2.5 years.
But you have somewhere to stay now.
In more than 50 different
you have somewhere to stay now.
Right now, yep, I got a place to stay.
If you need help, we're here.
Thank you, brother.
No, seriously.
Even
if we're gonna become Muslim, we'll help you. Alhamdulillah.
Even though, yeah,
we don't help you. We don't help you because you're no condition you're gonna become Muslim. No, even if you're gonna become Muslim, we help you.
This is the truth of it. Is that,
so, wallahi, you're very close to Islam.
I think that what.
Can someone give me a knife, man?
What happens?
Let's force
you
him.
won't know this about me, but at 19 years old in 1987, I went to war in Angola.
You told me that.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember you said you were in the army.
So I know that we're always being kept. It's not about, there was no Islamic thing there. It was just another capitalism, communism thing, right?
Yeah.
And then we've had these world wars, and then the Islamic wars, and so on.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a controlling hand that looks to keep all of us in a state of dis-ease, in a state of just mistrusted.
Panicking. Yeah.
Keep you in borders,
confusion.
segment countries up there where there's differences between the Sunni, Shia, and so on.
Not just that, Dave, not just that. Even the music, that's what you see there. That is one of the ways to keep us busy from the true meaning of purpose of life, entertainment. And the Romans, hear me out, the Romans, sorry to cut you, Dave, the Romans, what they used to do, the Romans they used to do this type of entertainment to legislate new rules upon the people. So this entertainment, but look what they say, why you are against entertainment is to make the people feel good. And when the people hear that, and you say no, be aware, they're gonna say no, you're against entertainment. No problem, be good, feel good, take your children, have a nice time with them, but there's some type of entertainment is turning you away from the most interested and the most obvious and the most important thing, to be grateful, to be the servant of the Most High.
It's designed with that, and the word entertainment is 3 words: enter, retain, or tain, meant, mind. Enter and hold your mind. That's really what they're about.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
So but the thing is, I'd say it like this. Okay, so there's some sort of devil thing going on, right? There's some sort of dark agenda going on.
No doubt.
That puts the music
100%.
into the children's minds. It alters the frequency of the music to 432, whatever, 440 hertz.
100%.
So this is on purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, that's bad, but maybe it's also a test. Is that we're told
it is a test.
I'm going to offer you. You're going to go down there.
But nothing can, sorry, Dave, nothing can save us, brother Dave. Dave, nothing can save us from that except by going back to Islam. Islam is a solution for mankind. Wallahi, look, these countries, not this country, not just Britain, around the world, we are in darkness. You know why? Because we turn away from the Islamic legislation is a perfect way of life. Islamic legislation, how a man, like I said, a man by himself, he comes with the rules and regulation and the law for economy, for the war, for peace, for this, for that. You know, when you have a state, when you have a country, you need experts for different fields. By yourself, you cannot know everything. Prophet Muhammad, he built the best and the strongest civilization in the world. The Islamic civilization, I don't know if you study about Islamic civilization, Andalusia, you know, Baghdad, Dar al-Hikmah and so on. It was the best civilization. And what happened? When the Christians came to our country, they took our books, our works, and they stole them, and they changed the names, and they put names in English language for the people to not know. However, there's a commentary in Germany, they did it in Dutch language, but it's been translated, showing how many books, how many discoveries that the Western world attribute to themselves in the reality was invented by the Muslims in Andalusia. You understand? So my point here, forget all of this. The point here is focus on yourself. Am I worshiping my Creator? That's what I would tell you. Inshallah. I have to go, Dave, inshallah. But hopefully I see you, man. You want to take my number, Dave?
Yeah, one of the things
take my
about
number.
flat Earth.
I'm going to get you to my friend to meet him.
Do
you have a number in it?
I have a number there.
Is your number?
Yeah, just
okay.
through that website.
I'm going to meet you. You're going to meet my friend. He loves this flat Earth thing. He wants me to believe in it as well.
Awesome. Well, we know it because then once you look into that, you look into things like mud flood. Like we see these old buildings that are 2-3 stories under the ground. And we built on London, we built on Liverpool, we built on all these cities where there's towns underneath the ground. So we wonder whether 400 or 500 years ago there wasn't a Noah's flood type moment. But that's
inshallah. But focus what I said, inshallah. But you know, what I would say to you, the belief that you have in your heart is the belief of a Muslim.
Yeah.
Muhammad is a true prophet. Yeah, so why don't you declare it?
Well, because it's about taking sides. I don't want to take sides.
No, Dave, no. Taking side as long as you take the side of people of truth. That's the reality, that's the dunya, it's the life. The life, either you're going to be with the people of truth or people of falsehood. Because imagine Dave, I said to you, look, I don't want to take side about the issue of the earth. You're going to tell me, no, you have to take the side as long as the side of the truth.
I'm on the side of God.
Which is Islam. Yes, that's the reality.
I mean,
cannot be Christianity.
Some people would say it's an Abrahamic faith. Hey?
Abrahamic faith, he was a Muslim. Abraham was not Christian.
But they don't cover all of God's creation. Right? Like
Islam covers everything.
And all the others.
Now Hinduism is made up things.
You know, I don't know. I can't know.
Well, Hinduism is not even a religion. It's not Hinduism. You can't even trace it back. It's a joke. It's not a joke, but it's a philosophical ideology. You know, Buddhism is the same thing. But isolate yourself, leave the world. No, Prophet Muhammad came. That's what I'm saying. The best, is, if you want to be with God, is in Islam.
I love the faithfulness of the Muslim man. I do. I admire.
Become Muslim before it's too late, bro. I have to tell you that, Dave.
Maybe in the fullness of time.
Inshallah, man. Dave, look after yourself. Nice meeting you, bro.